Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Siralim Ultimate. This episode is going to be a bit of a different one. So last episode we had a false god fight. Pretty stressful one, I would have to say. Not super annoying. In the end, we simply had to turn down the realm instability to beat him. Maybe that wasn't strictly necessary. Looking back at the footage, I think I understand a bit more about how that fight works. But nevertheless, it was tough to do with our build, and it took a lot. It takes a lot of mental energy to do stuff like that, and that's why this episode we're going to be doing something a little bit different now. And I will admit that I'm guilty of this as well. A lot of people hype up this game, Siralim, as something really complicated, something that isn't for, casual gamers, something that is only for, a true hardcore gamer. And to a large extent, that's true. But then the question with games like this is, well, what do you do if you're not in the mood to be constantly stressed out, right? Is there no option? Do you just, give up? Do you take a break? Do you play something else? There are a couple different schools of thought that people might have on this. One, predictable response would be, that this is a serious game for serious people, and that if you can't handle it, then you should just play something else. If this game's too tough for you, go play Pokemon or something. The typical response that gamers sometimes give when people kind of wonder if the game that they're playing is perhaps on some levels maybe a little bit too difficult. We saw a lot of this with the Dark Souls community. A lot of it was in fun, but sometimes it got a bit mean-spirited. And my philosophy is that no, it doesn't have to be stressful. And ideally, even with games that have a reputation for being difficult, there should be ways to enjoy them without being stressed out. Otherwise, on a fundamental level, the game simply isn't accessible, right? Because even, even the most hardcore of people, you cannot constantly be in a state of mind where you're okay grinding and being constantly subjected to anxiety by the game that you're playing. So there has to be a better way to do this, and in this episode I will show you that there is indeed a way to play this game in a more, shall we say, I know it's a dirty word almost, but in an almost casual way. And what we're going to be doing is, basically, it's similar to what we did when we beat Lloyd Prime. We're going to be playing on 0 realm instability. However, the added caveat is that we're not going to be making realm progress. Now, this is a pretty important distinction, pretty important note about the way the game organizes its content. It's in terms of realm depths. That's how you make progress. And every five realm depths, you will have nether bosses. And what I don't want to do is, I don't want to fight nether bosses on low realm instability, because that would be giving up far too much in terms of potential rewards. I also, sometimes we may have to, depending on, especially this first run of false god bosses, we may have to fight them on low instability just to get through the fights. But eventually, when we're fighting false gods for the rewards and not just to see them for the first time, we will also, again, want to be doing those on high instability for the big rewards you get at the end, among other things as well. So I'm not going to be doing major fights on low realm instability. And you might wonder, well, aren't you kind of locked in? Because if you do realm 452, then you'll eventually hit realm 453, 454, 455, so you've only got a few realms before you hit the point where you've either got to kick it back up into potentially stressful realm instability mode, or you do those on low instability and lose a potential bunch of rewards. There is a third option, and this is what I present to you. This is the way that I play this game when I want to play, but I'm not in the mood to be stressed out. I simply turn the realm depth down by 1. That's all it takes. So you see in the top left box where it says realm depth, it tells you what your maximum realm depth is. So as long as I keep it, well, I mean, I could turn it all the way down. I could go like literally realm depth 001, but you know, that's not gonna there'll be maybe there are some reasons to go that low. I don't know, maybe there are gonna be some secrets where you've got to be at really low realm depths, but then you're gonna, even though we're not looking for major game progress, you're not gonna get a lot for going very far below the realm depth that you're currently at. Whereas, if we stay at realm depth 451, it's true, we're not going to be getting the big loot rewards, but we'll still be getting experience from killing monsters and accumulating levels, especially if we run into dumplings. So we're still passively making our party stronger, while not making game progress, and also while being in a situation of complete zero stress, at least in my opinion. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. We are going to do a bunch of random realm depths on 0 realm instability. Is there anything we need to do before that? I don't think so. I think we just jump right in. We're going to do a bunch of these realm depths. What are we looking for? Like I mentioned, experience is good. That's why we're playing at this and not, you know, going all the way down to 1 or some other absurdly low realm depth. We are also looking for rare encounters. You can still find them at realm depths that aren't your maximum. For example, nether realms, pandemonium shrines, riddle dwarves, dumplings, that kind of thing. And yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. We are just gonna jump right in, and we're just gonna do it. And hopefully we see a mix of different realms. However, the randomness means we may occasionally, or it's possible that we see the same realm twice. So what I'm going to do to speed things up is I'm going to assign the Rabid Dementia macro to my quickest creatures to speed things along. And even though we're fighting a nemesis creature, you know, it's not really, well, this is a little annoying that you came back, but it's okay. And look at that. We're still getting levels. We're not going to be getting a lot of loot because our item bonus is 0 at this point. Oh, I hate mimics because their trait always puts them at the top of the timeline, and sometimes they'll just do things that annoy you. Even though our loot bonus is low, we still do want to loot chests. Right? Because there's still a small chance of getting something interesting from chests or other sources of loot. And because we're not at our maximum realm depth, we also don't have any master fights to worry about. It's just, there's going to be a small amount of enemies, there's going to be other interactables on the realm. and potentially the odd rare encounter. Have we donated? Yes, we have. Okay, so let's just carry on doing some good work. Getting favor with the gods. That's another bit of permanent progress that you can make even if you're not at your maximum realm depth. And that favor that you get, especially if you unlock some really useful bonus with favor ranks, is something that you will then always have. Some of them will apply to all realms. Some of them will only apply to the specific realm in question. But regardless, it'll be something that you unlock for good. I'm not sure why you killed yourself there, but thank you, I guess. Oh, it's because you've got bomb. It's because you have bomb. I see. And yeah, it's gonna be... Oh, hey, look at that. Speaking of rare encounters. Speaking of rare encounters, we've just found a dumpling on our first casual realm. I'm very pleased with that. Already gained ourselves a bunch of levels. Really pleased about that. But yeah, we're not gonna be getting a lot of loot, but that's okay. This is just about a relaxing, stress-free experience where we just get to enjoy the game and just we don't have to worry about whether we might survive. We don't have to worry about a potentially annoying fight where we've got to try again and again and again. We just relax, play the game. We know that whatever enemy we come across, we'll be able to instantly destroy. And I could have sworn that with this egg object that we're interacting with, that there was a chance to not get into combat and get a lower amount of favor with the god, but maybe I'm misremembering. It does seem that everyone we've interacted with so far in this round has forced us into combat. Not that I'm complaining, because this does make it quicker to get through to the next favor rank, and we've, look at that, already finished up this realm. Now you might be wondering, well, what about divination candle enemies? Well, we could summon some, but where even is the candle? It's kind of far away. We could summon some, but it won't... I don't think we have a good chance of finding the card with a low item bonus. But I tell you what, in the last realm that we do, and I plan on doing 5 of them, in the 5th one, when we've built up our fortune, then we'll summon divination candle enemies where we not only have a small chance of getting a card, but we will also be getting some nice amount of resources for doing that as well. For now though, let's just head back to Siralim, make sure we haven't completed any projects yet. So let's just do another realm, random realm number 2. See how easy that was? We are now in Titan's Wound. Mortem, my old friend, have some granite. And what do we have? We have 7. Oh, I messed up. I messed up badly. So here's what I'm gonna do. I guess it's okay if we beat the master on low realm instability. What I don't want to do is, I don't want to complete this realm. I don't want to complete this realm. So I'll beat the master and then I'll deliberately forfeit the fight. Because you don't get any special bonus for beating the Master on high realm instability. Like, maybe you'll find an extra trait material. So, you know what? You know what we might as well do is we might as well go through this realm, but then not complete the task, and then summon divination candle enemies. Summon divination candle enemies and then forfeit to them. Annoying way to do it, but it's fine. It's fine. And because this is our highest realm depth, we do have a slight item bonus, I think. Even though we haven't turned realm instability on. But yeah, that was a bit of a... You can tell it's been a while since I've had to... Or since I've chosen to play on 0 realm instability for normal realms, because you do have to, every single time, manually turn the realm depth down by 1, because the game won't remember. It'd be nice if it did, you know, if it did remember the last realm depth you played on, and then if you could set it to do that. Maybe there's a way to do that, but I haven't found it. But it's okay, it's fine. We'll be fine. Let's just loot the small amounts that we can get, and we'll just carry on. We'll just carry on. And now I have to remember that I've killed the Master, because then in a future episode, when we are no longer playing on low realm instability, and when we come back to this realm depth 452, I'll have to remember that the Master is dead, because I just know I'm probably gonna forget, and I'm gonna spend like 10 minutes wandering around, wondering, hey, where'd the Master go? And then I'll be like, oh, yes, killed him ages ago. But anyway, let's just get through. Let's get through it. Where did this nemesis enemy turn up from? Never mind, you're dead. And we're getting small amounts of loot. You know, there is still a chance that one of these enemies might give us some nice rare loot. Unlikely, but it could happen. 3 regular enemies, and then we'll summon. You know what? Let's summon the divination candle enemies right now. Just because I want to see what it's like to fight them. Uralos. 3 of them are in that part of the... Yeah, it's slow just because of the slightly, potentially buggy way in which their trait is implemented. Like, they have that stat gain effect happen 5 times, even though really it should happen only once. See, because the first hit killed them, their trait says it should happen on them taking damage, and there was only 1 instance of them taking damage. Even though I have 5 attacks, when the first hit kills you, you've only taken damage once. So yeah, no. I'm not gonna belabor the point, but yeah. What the game is actually doing and what their trait says it's supposed to be doing are 2 different things. Alright, let's be quick about this. When there's 1 enemy left, ooh, hey, we even get a treasure map. It's not going to give us much treasure, but if, for example, we had a prophecy mission to find buried treasure, this would count towards that. So doing low realm instability runs can be a way to basically get some of those low-level prophecy things done. Are there any enemies left? I feel like we might have killed all the enemies, and if we want to forfeit... Yeah, we've killed all the enemies. So if we want to forfeit, we're gonna have to summon more enemies. Or we could kill ourselves to one of these fights, but I don't want to do that because you get favor for completing those fights, right? You don't want to miss out on favor for no reason. God, these guys with their stupid resurrections is really... It's really grinding my gears, but we got through it. Some of the resurrection synergies can get pretty silly. I could build towards some of those, but I won't, because the thing about resurrection synergies is that they tend to not actually be very... excuse me. Not to be very good at actually winning combats. They do tend to be very good at being annoying. Like just... You're not doing anything, you're just prolonging the time between the start of combat and between when you've officially lost. Okay. There's one small thing that might have a chest at the end. Not that it really even matters. Ooh. Collect that treasure. Not that it really even matters. But might as well just in case. Oh, and also, I don't want to accidentally complete the realm quest, right? That's kind of important. I want to check something. What if I cast Star Pact instead? Is that going to be a quicker way? Oh, that is... That's annoying. Yeah. Cannot wait until we no longer have to fight these guys again. Yeah, I wish their trait didn't work the way that it did. Not even because it's difficult, just purely because it's annoying. That we've got these calculations that the game is doing for essentially no reason, because the enemies' deaths have already been set in motion. They've already taken lethal damage, except before calculating it, the game is doing all these other things that are a little bit annoying. Anyway, let's do you, and let's forfeit this fight. Yeah. Very sad. Oh no, we lost, we died. That's okay. Let's just go straight back in. This time, let us correctly set the realm depth at 451. Oh, we're back in the Frostbite Caverns. Let's talk to Azural, our old friend. What have you been up to? Not a lot, it would seem. Okay, that was a little bit annoying how long you stuck around, but it's okay. We killed you in the end. That was... I hope we can kill these people, because that was an annoyingly tanky enemy that we targeted with the rabbit dementia. It's okay. What are we doing in this realm? Well, we're just getting through as quick as we can. You know what? Fine. That enemy was having trouble getting to us, so it's like, let's be helpful and let's go to him. Is somebody gonna annoyingly resurrect? Yes. I hope that's not gonna be a running theme. Starting with the nice Archangel's Blessing. Other than that, yeah. Other than these occasional resurrection gimmicks, there's not a lot you're gonna have to worry about when you're playing on low realm instability. Okay, this should be, again, yeah. Right, haunted golems are gonna keep coming back. Haunted golems are annoying for that reason. Even when you shut down the enemy resurrection, for instance with our final breath trait that we've given the unicorn, even when you do that, it still slows the game down. The game still has to... the enemy still has to resurrect, and then you kill them again. So it still takes an extra action. It still drags things out. So yes, we can deal pretty well with resurrecting enemies, but still I would rather not. I would rather not. This realm so far has been a pretty quiet one. No special encounters. No special objects. But it's all cool. It's all good. It's all good. The point of this episode isn't to make a whole bunch of game progress pretty quickly. It's simply to relax while enjoying the game. It's simply to relax. To take away all the things that will frustrate you. And I mean frustrate in a good way. Like, you don't want... Like, this game is it has a reputation for being difficult for a reason, and that is why I play it. But as I mentioned, you don't always want your gaming experience to be that intense. So this way of playing is a way to still enjoy the game, to still enjoy the different realm, you know, like the artwork for the different enemies, the music in the different levels, just the game content, but while also not having to stress out, not having to worry. Are we done with this realm, or is there a part that I missed? It looks like we're done. Looks like we're done. I'll grab this. You know what? Fine. Ooh, I didn't grab this. There we go. And yeah, let's head straight out. I'm just gonna keep going back to Siralim. Once again, I'll turn it down. I'm gonna remember to do that from now on. Ooh, hey, where the dead ships dwell. Great realm. And yeah, we're just gonna keep doing it. Nice Zen experience. One other good thing about playing on zero realm instability is that enemies are not fused. So when you see them, these are what their color palettes are supposed to look like. And often when you look at enemies in their original palettes, it makes a lot more sense than when you see them fused. Because when you see them fused, they could be fused with almost... Oh god, why? For some reason our Vivifier went before our other two. Hey, finally we got a rare encounter. Okay. That's the downside with using Rabid Dementias. Occasionally you'll hit the enemies that will reflect damage when you attack them. But you know what, I'm just gonna take that chance. Yeah, and as I mentioned, like when you see the enemies in their non-fused forms, aesthetically I think it looks a bit better. Like, it's appropriate to the environment that they're in, As opposed to, you know, they could be all sorts of bizarre colors if they were fused. And I know you can turn fusion pellets off. Let me confirm that for you. If you look at... Yeah, enemy fusion pellets. You can turn them off, but it feels like that would be... Like, because those enemies are fused. I do feel like if you are fused, you should look the way you're supposed to be. It's just that, then if they're always going to be fused, you'll never see what their original palettes look like. And, I would rather see them fused as another way to remind myself that I'm playing on high instability when I am. Oh, hey, another dumpling. All kinds of fun stuff is going on in our casual run. That's the other thing about doing a casual run, is that if you go in without the expectation of, you know, making a huge amount of game progress, then when you do find something, like, you know, when you find a couple dumplings, like we just did, it just feels like such a bonus. We've donated, right? It does really feel like such a windfall when you find one of these extra rare encounters in a casual realm. You feel like you were just given it for free, and a treasure golem too. This is one of our realm properties. Now, sadly, treasure golem, it feels a little bit disappointing to find them with low realm instability, because they're not going to give you much treasure. But you'll get a few resources, I guess. And here's what Fridden has to say when you kill a treasure golem in his presence. Have you not a kind bone in your body? What sort of monster would do this to such a happy, carefree creature? The worst part is, if the treasure golem were still alive, it would probably forgive you for what you've done. That's just the kind of golem he was. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm a terrible person. What do you want me to say? But yeah, so we found a treasure golem. It completed our not our realm quest, our Rune of Prophecies quest. Ooh, and there's a dumpling. Let's not forget you. Well, let's collect all these chests, all those resources. And let's hunt down this dumpling. Yeah, nobody complains when we kill dumplings, but everyone's on the treasure golem side. I don't know. Maybe the dumplings don't have good PR, I guess. Another collection of levels. Alright. We are blasting through these realms. Oh, but I need to find shells. Okay, so only certain shells seem to count. I for some reason thought we'd already completed the realm quest. So not that one, this one, that one. There we go. Let's just go ahead and do another one. Let's go ahead and do another one. What's our fortune at? 40. We'll wait until we're at 100 fortune, and then I'll summon the divination candle enemies. Hey, Torn, my man, long time no see. Let's make a donation. And of course, it's honestly a little concerning that you think something new will happen eventually if you donate enough resources to Torin. Are you insane? Fine, fine, take a pity prize. 2,500 favor. Hey! So you do get something. You do get something. And, wait a second. What realm depth are we on? Did I forget to take the realm depth down again? I did. I did forget. Jesus. Okay, so I'm gonna not do fruit trees. And yeah, no master to be found in this realm. That means I'm gonna have to take my fortune all the way back down to 0. But you know what? I gotta live by my rules. I said if I accidentally forgot, I would forfeit, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But before I do, let's just take a look around, see if we find any special encounters. Yeah. I need to get better at this. How long has this recording been going? I don't think that long. We're at half an hour now. We can pick up the pace. We can get back to we can get... Oh god, that's annoying. We can get back to 100 fortune. It's okay. Something to vomit. Ooh, I'm lucky that our blind Nadine Rift Dancer was able to target one of our 2 damage dealers with her Rabbit Dementia spell. Alright, we've got to stay away from the fruit trees. I do want to complete that optional quest though by giving mushrooms to these hut dwellers. Come on. Guys, what is the deal with all these weirdo enemies we're fighting? Come on guys, you're slowing things down. You're slowing things down quite a bit. Alright. Here we go, some mushrooms finally. So do you want... You wanted those. Where are there orange mushrooms to be found? Okay, they should be... Not for... Those, that's fruit, that's not mushroom. Okay, don't want to get that. Here we go, orange mushrooms. Is this going to complete the quest, or was there another hut to the north that I forgot? Oh no, there was one more. It's one enemy that remains, so I'm gonna summon some Uralos. Uralos Knights. And then I'll forfeit to the final one of those. There we go. That should give us favor with the torrent. Yeah, 375 favor. Good amount. Excuse me, what? Wait. Why were they so tanky against Star Pact? That was a little annoying. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Did you dodge the first hit? That was a little bit surprising if that's what happened. Anyway, let's keep going. Where, what am I even looking for? Yeah, just special encounters, I guess. And... Oh my god, you guys are so annoying. But you're all gonna be dead soon. All gonna be dead soon, and there are 3 enemies. And there's no special encounters as far as I can see. So I'm just gonna find the next enemy and forfeit. Alright, come on, let's do this. Let's do this quickly. Yeah, I'm not even gonna kill all of them. Where are you? I guess they're all close enough that I might as well. You do get some resources. You do get a small chance of maybe finding the card. Emphasis on small. I'm pretty sure your item bonus has an effect on how likely you are to find cards from random combats. So now I have to forfeit against these guys. Let's make sure we do this properly. Alright. We're all dead. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. Let's go in and let's do this properly. Alright. Gotta be really quick. Are you... One of the most annoying enemies to fight during a casual session like this, because they'll force you to sit through their entire pointless turn before you finally get a chance to go. Alright, you done? You guys done? Was it worth it? Was it worth it annoying me and all the good people watching? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, let's make a donation. And let's get through it. I'm gonna try to speed through this as much as I can. Oh, some doofus is gonna try and come back, I can tell. Okay, just fucking die. Okay. Let's go, let's go. And occasionally we're getting knowledge with various creatures from these chests, which is good as well. Which is good as well. Definitely a bonus. A lot of creatures to gain knowledge from. One of the long-term goals, of course, is to get S rank knowledge with every creature, with all of the creatures. But of course, that's going to require a lot of hunting, a lot of randomly finding knowledge in loot sources, and a lot of killing, because you do get knowledge for fighting creatures as well. Yeah, that guy's going to try and come back. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Annoying, but what are you gonna do? Oh, this is gonna be a very irritating party to fight. Oh, too many resurrectors. Some of them are gonna slip through the cracks, I'm sure. Yep, multiple times. This doofus is, Are you serious right now? Like, come on, who were playing on 0 realm instability. Enemies have no good luck. Wow. Are you actually... Look at the number of times he resurrected. Well, you know, you'd have to go... Yeah, look at... I'm annoyed, is what I am. But, you know, let's not dwell on that. Let's instead just go through and... Ooh, we've got a mission to turn in. That's good. Let's collect all our easy loot. Another Pandemonium Shrine. This is annoying. It summoned enemies which don't want. More whites. That's gonna be annoying to fight because some of them are gonna want to come back. Like, is this bugged? Because they shouldn't be coming back this often with a 50% chance, ostensibly. That shouldn't be happening that often. Anyway. Am I going to hunt down the extra enemies that the Pandemonium Shrine summoned? Probably not, although there are large areas of the map we haven't seen, so I guess we should at least go down there. And I will hunt down Nemesis creatures, because they're, if nothing else, they're a good source of experience. Just die, dude. Nobody likes you. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, nothing there. Let's go through these enemies. Yeah. The thing about casual mode in Siralim is that there's not going to be as much to say. Oh, hey! A nether realm. Don't mind if I do. What's in here? Oh, hey! What sort of bonus is the giant Pandemonium Shrine going to give us? See, that would have been useful to have before we got into all our fights, but you know what? Better late than never, I guess. You want to find that early, because usually it'll give you something that'll help you in all the future battles you do. And obviously it's not really that helpful to find it when you have, what are you, damage reflection, whatever. Get wrecked, people, just die. Okay, thank you. And you... Yeah, there's not going to be as much to talk about, because I will very rarely be in difficult combat situations, and a lot of my commentary in this game, I find, has been me attempting with varying degrees of success to explain things when things are going wrong in combat. And so that hopefully won't happen too much in this casual session. Alright, let's go back. Let's turn in our project. Immediately start another one. And let's go back in. Not forgetting to turn the realm down. Ooh, back to Mortem. I did mention occasionally we might see some repeats, because, oh hey, another Pandemonium friend. We might see some repeats. I was gonna say, because we are doing things randomly. This is how randomness works. What are you gonna give us? What did he give us? I missed it. Was it a buff? Yeah, I think he gave us a buff. Because we didn't get any of the realm buffs. That's fine, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Let's just... Another one of these rebirth enemies. Well, at least you went down quick. Okay, let's go around and let's do this. Anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Well, there's an enemy there, but you're not gonna amount to much. So I'm not sure why you even bothered stepping out of that hole. Let's go around here. Would we see? The answer is nothing. What would we like to see? The answer is we'd like to see dumplings, treasure golems. We've already found Pandemonium Shrine. We won't have another one of those, but a nether realm could be good. There are lots of secret encounters that we haven't seen yet. And it'd be nice to find those on low realm instability, because if they do turn out to be combat encounters, then we don't have to worry about, you know, losing them, and then we, like, if we got a rare encounter on high instability and if we lost, we'd obviously feel really bad, because then we wouldn't know when we'd get that same encounter again. We don't have to worry about that on low realm instability. Right, that's the part of the whole low stress thing I was talking about. Take you. Why? It's annoying. I'll do it like this. And then I'll do that. And none of you should come back. Okay, good. And let's get as much favor as we can as well. Which is part of the small amounts of permanent progress that we are making. I don't think we're going to be able to hit a new favor rank. Well, we'll be able to hit a few new favor ranks with the Tauren when we get back, because we've completed a pilgrimage. That is part of what I wanted to do, to get some missions done. You can make really good progress on missions by playing on low realm instability and just blasting through realms quickly. I should have probably used arbitration. Take away... By the way, our Rift Dancer cast Reincarnation on our Vivifier, which is not something she's supposed to do. Why did she do that? It's because she had Animated Gem. This is why I hate Animated Gem, because sometimes it'll just cast the wrong spell on the wrong target. Let me just show you. So it doesn't mention the Animated Gem, but that's why she cast it, because I did not give her the order to cast Reincarnation on the Vivifier. So I hate this minion, the Animated Gem. It's probably good for some builds, but not ours. Now there's one tiny favor pool, I think, up here that I missed. Yeah. You just yoink that and we'll head back out. Turn in a project 30 with Tauren, which is really good. Get some stuff, and immediately let's start a new pilgrimage. What's our lowest? I see you at 27. Anyone in here? You're at 26. Yeah, I'll do it with Tenebrous. Now let's just go right in. Once again, turning it down properly. Zante, my man. Ooh, and a Nether Realm. So make a donation. I'll even do. Jeez, it's annoying. I'll even do these optional encounters before I head in. Yeah, I have to say the non-fused color palettes do look better, and it's nice to see them like this. Oh, hey, we're gonna get a lot of favor with Zante. We're gonna hit rank 30. Splat pools drop treasure. Well, would have been nice to have before the one that we just did, but we're not playing on instability 5, so wouldn't have been a large amount of treasure anyway, but still would have been nice to have. Would have been nice to have. Alright. What else do we have in this round? We've got these tables. Ideally, I'd like to get the red and pink is what I want. Pink. Ooh, and we don't... We've debuffed enemies, which we don't really care about because we're not worried about enemy fights. We just hit enemies once and they die. Are you gonna cooperate? Red, no, you didn't, but it's okay. What are we gonna get from you? How much loot are we talking about? Probably not a lot. Yeah, not a huge amount. And we can turn in the training mission as well. Okay, let's do this. What is our... Okay, so one more realm, and then the realm after that we'll be able to summon divination candle enemies at 100 fortune. So we're on our way. We're on our way. We did a few extra ones, but it didn't matter because this was the casual episode anyway. So even those ones where I had to forfeit, I mean I didn't have to forfeit, but that was the promise I made myself, that I wouldn't make realm progress while lowering realm instability. Kind of like the compromise I made. But while I didn't make realm progress, even in the ones where we ended up forfeiting, there was still a chance of finding some nice stuff. Reflect damage is another thing that feels a little bit buggy, in the same way that those Uralos enemies felt buggy, because I only did damage once, and yet the reflection seemed to be working like 5 times, even though the rest of those attacks were against empty air. Oh, hey! Oh, all you gave us is a minion. That's not the best. But it's fine. It's fine. Mimic? Are you gonna be annoying? Like, why are you so tanky? Like, what is your... What is your problem, dude? Is it some property that you have that's raising your defense? Or is it your artifact is raising your defense? You have mending. Yeah, I don't know why your defense is so absurdly high. That just seems kind of stupid, if you ask me. But you're dead now, so please go away. Alright. We're gonna reach another level of favor with Zante, which is fun, which is always good. And yes, arguably we're missing out on a bit of loot, because you do get loot when you hit your next favor rank. And by not playing on realm instability, we're gonna be not getting a huge amount of loot on those loot instances. But the thing about favor is that long term, it's gonna be very hard to grind favor. In fact, that's why we're doing pilgrimages. You know that tiny bit of loot we get when we do pilgrimages and they're completed, and we've gained a couple favor ranks. Oh, I guess maybe we're not gonna be able to hit the next favor rank with Zante, because there's nothing left in this realm. Unless we forgot to donate, and I don't think we did. We can check. Yep, we did donate. So we're gonna be stuck at 1967 out of 2000. That's okay. Got a project to turn in. Yeah, pilgrimages and like favor with the gods in general is gonna be a real grind. So don't wait on it, is the sense that I'm getting. Right, we did health, let's just do intelligence. Another... Oh, you see what I nearly did? You see what I nearly did? Just another random realm. Hey, Perdition. My man. Yes, I'm glad I remembered that we have to turn the realm depth to one. Irritating, but on 0 realm instability you never really stood a chance. Again. I just have a visceral hatred towards those enemies. The fewer of them we see in this realm, the happier I'll be. The happier I will be. Okay, let's get through this, get through that. And go up here, collect this. What is even our goal? We've got to kill soul flares. Those are going to be, I think, those brain objects. You interact with them. And then soul flares show up. Somehow, I'm not entirely sure how or why, but that's how it happens. And yep, that's 1 of 2. And 2 of 2 is gonna be pretty... Well, I mean, as soon as we find it, we'll do it, so... Nothing too complicated. Alright, let's deal with these enemies. And I think the end of this round is going to put us at a 80% fortune. I'll just confirm that after we take these guys out. Yep. And oh, we've got a hunt to do. We are indeed 80%. So finishing the next realm will put us at 100%. And then in the same realm, we can then summon some things. 2 more enemies, which I honestly don't really care about. I will just guess I should start picking up this stuff, which I don't really care about, but if we run into them, we run into them. If we don't... Ooh, hey! Rat Stamper! Hey, my man! What did you do for us? I don't even remember what we had left. Well, the only thing left is for completing missions, and I think we're gonna be finishing that when we get back. So we even got our Rune of Prophecies completed. Assuming I'm correct about that, which I think I am. I think it counts when you go to the NPC and then hand it in. Okay. Immolation Aura, I'm gonna guess either sorcery or nature, but we'll see. Ooh, chaos. I was way off. How do we get to that room? Okay, I see. That's a little bit out of the way, isn't it? Donated, right? A little out of the way. Ooh. A little out of the way, but it's fine. Let's go around here, down there, do that. And got you taken care of. Pick that up, do this. Eventually one of them is going to be combat, so I'm not too worried about that. In fact, I don't mind it at all because it just means extra favor. I'll even do this. You don't really need to, but I'll do it just all the same. And let's just head home. And then we'll do our final run. But before I do, what's here? Nothing. Alright. Now we're heading in for our final run. What are we at for time? We are over an hour in. Over an hour in. So it's getting around to be time to stop. So I do want to see, are we ready to hunt griffins? I'll do it by name. Griffin Veteran is what we're looking for. Griffin Dreamfinder, we're still not... Ooh, and we can indeed hand in our Rune of Prophecies. So here's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna scrap the doing another realm, because I think we've been going on long enough, and there's really no reason to even be summoning divination candle enemies. And instead, we'll end off with handing in our Rune of Prophecies. So, Griffin Veteran is still at E rank, getting closer to D. Some lucky knowledge finds from loot will put us over. So here's what we'll do. We'll end off by handing in the Rune of Prophecies. Another 12 lines, another rune completed, another 34,820 piety, and a bunch of other things as well. Rune of Prophecies has been refreshed. Let's take a look at our new rune. What are the things we need to do? Well, we've got that. Divination candle enemies. We've got to kill creatures of different types. Forage missions, which we might be doing one off. Assassination mission, which we are already doing. Oh, we had an assassination mission to do for the previous prophecy, and then the rat stamper completed it, didn't he? And so then when we complete this assassination mission, it's going to count for the next Rune of Prophecies. That is amazing. And were we doing a forage mission? We weren't. We were not. So there's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a hunt, because I want to get the hunts done early on, because I have this paranoia that before I get the achievement for doing 100 hunts, somehow something will happen and I'll get S rank knowledge with all of the creatures, which means you can no longer hunt them. So I really want that done. I will start another hunt, just with a random D level enemy. And what I'll do is I will actually cancel the training project, and we'll start a forage mission in its place. Alright, I think that's going to be all for this episode. Yeah, I know, apologies for the slightly, indecisive finish, saying I'm going to do one thing but then doing another, but I didn't realize how long it had gone. That's the thing with playing on casual mode, so to speak, is that when you're truly enjoying yourselves without, pressure, time can fly by and you'll barely even notice. Whereas if it gets stressful, you do really notice that, oh, it's an hour and a half has gone by and I'm still fighting the same boss. So that, you know, that anxiety, that suffering is not there. You know, that's not the point of this episode. The point of this episode is just to show you that you can indeed play this game in a more relaxing way. All you have to do is turn realm instability down, and then, you know, not advance. You can advance a couple realms if you want, but then don't go past too many nether bosses, because I don't think you should be wasting chances to get, you know, the good rewards from nether bosses with low instability. If you're having a relaxing session, just relax with no thought of making game progress. And then, you know what? Sometimes you'll make progress anyway. For example, we fought a couple of dumplings. That was good. We got our Rune of Prophecies done. That was good. How much piety are we at? 344,000. I'm gonna gather a bit more before we start leveling up another relic. But yeah. So all you have to do is turn realm instability down, and you will sail right through. And that's the other thing. If you turn realm instability down and you're not sailing through, then that's also telling you something. It's telling you that your build needs a bit more work before it's truly ready. And then you tweak things a little bit, and then you'll be back in the zone of being able to clear things, basically without even thinking. You know, just going on autopilot and doing it. But yes, that is going to be all for this somewhat casual episode of Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. When we come back, we're gonna be fighting things properly, and let me take realm instability all the way up, just to remind myself. Well, it's... I guess we're gonna have to do a realm at 5 instability for the game to remember our old settings, so let's not worry about it. Let us not worry about that right now. For now, let's just draw things to a close, and let's just be happy that we enjoyed a session playing this game without worrying too much about game progress. But yes, that is going to be all for this one. Hope you had a good time, and I hope I'll see you for the next one as well. And until then, take care.